talking about advertisement, I'm talking about music, I'm talking about movies. Hip-hop is everywhere.
That is a clip from Universal State of Mind, which is a documentary that takes you on a journey into the hip hop cultures of 4 different countries: Brazil, France, Senegal, and Serbia. Angélique Germain is the director of Universal State of Mind, and she joins us in studio now. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
When did you start falling in love with hip hop?
Oh, wow. I think the first time it was at elementary school, because in the 19s in France, rap music start to be something, and after I continue listening rap music, writing my own songs, make some rap too, and then, I build myself, my personality through hip-hop culture.
And why did you choose the 4 countries? What made you pick them to highlight in your documentary?
Well, I lived in Senegal previously, so I knew this territory, how hip-hop was strong, and for me it was essential to have Senegal in my film.
Okay.
Serbia, I knew a little about the hip-hop community in Serbia. I had a friend who lives there, and I went visit her, so I knew. And Serbia, we don't heard about Serbia, about hip-hop culture. So I wanted to don't show something obvious. I wanted to be an underground way to Brazil. The artistic effervescence in Brazil, it's so huge, and at the same time, the way to give some messages to the young generation, it's very important. Brazil, it was the first time I went there for this film, and I really happy to choose this country. And obviously in France, because I'm French, so I knew a lot about French hip-hop culture. And before making this film, I created hip-hop media online since 2011, so I knew a lot about hip-hop culture in France, so it was evident
choice. Yeah. Are there threads of commonality? Are there things that the 4 countries have in common when it comes to their relationships with hip hop?
Like the title of the film, hip hop is universal, and it's universal because the culture, the history is the same. They are the same foundation, the same knowledge about the history, about what they bring, what hip-hop brought to people, and also values. And hip-hop is different depending on where you are on in the world, but there is something in common. There is something about expressing yourself, about being someone, even it's people marginalized or people who want to have a better life, or it's a lot. And I think we can find a lot of similarity.
The film was originally released in 2015. That's almost a decade ago, wildly. What makes it still relevant?
Yes, almost 10 years. Like I said, the foundation of hip-hop, the culture, the history, it's always important to share about it, because hip-hop now is more and more mainstream, and when I say hip-hop, I want to say that means rap music, breakdance, graffiti, the DJ too, the beatbox.
So not just the music.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And hip-hop is still in expansion, so we can always talk about hip-hop. And 10 years ago, unfortunately, the topic doesn't change, because in this film we are talking about social injustice, we are talking about political things, we are talking about historical and political and economical and all these topics, and unfortunately that doesn't change. We still need to fight against injustice, you know, and hip-hop culture, rap music express that in the lyrics.
I wanted to ask that in each of those countries, are there elements of the political in hip-hop and elements of political resistance?
Political resistance, it's very strong in Senegal in the film, because they use rap music, for example, or graffiti to highlight the political issues.
Okay.
In Brazil, it's more about social issues. You know, I went to a favela, and some artists in the favela make a workshop to help young generation to stay focused on art and not about a street issue, or you know.
Okay. Not maybe get involved in gangs and violence.
Yes,
and
exactly.
Like
And in Serbia, it's something different too, because hip hop was born in Serbia at the end of the war. So that's why I am talking about historical way too,
right.
Because that brought for this young generation something positive, something to let them hope for the future.
Sure.
So that's strong, and you know, in all that country, hip hop is highlighted like a strong power of art, but like I said, it's different from the context of each country.
Yeah. What do you want people to take away from the film?
You mean take away
learn or think about as they walk out?
I think it's about life. It's about philosophy of life, perspective of life, to keep hope, to be aware of what we are doing in this life for our community, for ourselves, but also for the world, because when you write a song and your song is recorded, it's a message, you know. Even you can live and you can die, but your song is still here.
Yeah.
And it's about I don't know, living something in life, and
like legacy, sort of.
Yes, and share something to the community, and aware. I think awareness is something strong in this film too.
You're showing it at House of Owl. Why did you want that to be the place for your first BC screening of the film?
Oh, I'm so glad to this first screening will happen to House of Owl, because you know, I think the first time I came to this creative and amazing space, I totally fell in love with this place. And you know, I was talking about artistical effervescence in Brazil, but in this place I find this creative effervescence. I'm leading some workshops there since a few months, and because now I have other projects like around poetry.
Okay.
And it's a perfect space, and all the people and all the artists there are very kind and very talented too.
Lovely. Well, Angélique, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Angélique Germain is the director of Universal State of Mind. The documentary is screening tomorrow at 5 p.m. at the House of Owl in Victoria. There will also be a Q&A with Angélique after the film. You can get tickets at houseofowl.com, and house is spelled H-A-U-S.